Good morning to all. I am Dr. Alkesh Agarwal. So, this is the lecture number 2 on digital logic design with subject code BC3014, covering unit 1, which is based on logic simplification. So, in this lecture, we'll mainly discuss about NAND as a universal gate, NOR as universal gate. Then, we'll discuss about some more special logic gates, that is XOR logic gate and XNOR logic gate. So, these are the references. Uh, The references include book Digital Design, authored by M. Morris Mano and Michel D. Saletti, and book Modern Digital Electronics, which is being authored by R. Pigeon. So in this particular slide, you can see a NAND gate, which is being used as an inverter. Here, the NAND gate is being used as inverter. Here, the NAND gate, the combination of two NAND gate is being realized as AND gate, and here the combination of three NAND gates is used to realize OR gate. So the idea behind discussing this is that NAND is a universal gate. Why it is a universal gate? Because we can realize an inverter gate, we can realize an AND gate, and we can also realize OR gate. So if we see this figure 8, we can see that here we have inputs are being shorted. So we have A and A inversion, where A and A is A. So what we are getting is Y is equal to inversion A. That is, input is inverted. So like this an AND gate, when inputs are being shorted, act as an inverter gate. Here, in the first NAND gate, we are giving two inputs, but the output is being cascaded with the input of the next AND gate, and the two inputs are being shorted. So what from the first gate, what we are getting is A and B inversion, and here the next gate is acting as one more inverter gate. So we have the expression A and inversion, again inversion. So these two inversions are being nullified, and what we are getting is A and B. So with this kind of combination of two NAND gates, we have implemented an AND logic. Now here, in the first NAND gate, the inputs are being shorted, which is giving output as A inversion. Here then the two inputs are being shorted. With input V, we are getting output as B inversion. And here the third NAND gate, what is being realized as A inversion and B inversion whole inversion. So here, applying De Morgan's law, what we get is A or B. So this AND is being inverted as OR. A inversion is A, B inversion is B, and what we realize is OR gate. So in the slide we discussed that a NAND gate is a universal gate because it can be used to realize inverter gate, AND gate, and OR gate. Similarly, NOR gate is also AND universal gate, and here again the NOR gate can be used to realize an inverter gate and OR gate and an AND gate. So in the first diagram, that is figure 11, we again shorted the inputs. So input A, the both the inputs are A, so we have A or A and inversion. So A or A is A, and this is inversion of A. So in the first gate we are getting inversion of what we are giving at the input. So this is being inverter gate is being realized. Here again the output is being cascaded to the input with both the inputs are shorted. So this is input A, this is input B, and at the output what we are getting A or B inversion. Again the input is being again inverted, so these two inversions are being nullified, and what we get is A or B. So here these two NOR gates are used to implement OR gate. Here with the first gate, input A is inverted, with gate number 2 input B is inverted. So in the third gate we have input A or A inversion or B inversion, whole inversion. So this again applying De Morgan's law, this OR is being changed to AND. A inversion is A and B inversion is B. So what we get is A and B. So like this NOR gates are being used to realize an AND gate. So again, this NOR gate is a universal gate because we are able to realize inverter gate and OR gate and an AND gate. Now we have another gate is XOR gate. So this is this block diagram of a exclusive OR gate. How this is the Boolean expression, that is A and inversion B or inversion A and B. So that is A and B bar or A bar or and B. So what is the uniqueness of this gate is when inputs are different, we get high output, and when inputs are same, we get low output. So this is important or uniqueness of this XOR gate. That is, an XOR gate output is 1 when inputs are of opposite nature, that is 0 and 1 or 1 and 0, and an X or gate output is low, then the outputs are of same nature, that is 0 0 or 1 1. So you have to remember this, that an XOR in XOR gate, if we are getting a high output means the inputs are different, and if we are getting a low output means inputs are same. Another we have XNOR gate. This is in just revert of XOR gate. You can see the truth table here. This is the output, which is 0110, and for the same inputs what you are getting for XNOR gate is 1001, which means, so in XNOR gate, if inputs are same, we get a high output. So you can verify, when 0 and 0 are same, you are getting high output. When 1 and 1 are same, you are getting high output. But when inputs are not same, they are of opposite nature, we are getting a low output. So this is the uniqueness of this NOR gate, XNOR gate. Its Boolean expression is A bar and B bar or A and B. So you can see this XNOR gate is used to compare the two bits. So thank you. This is all about this lecture.